Hello, I'm Paul Ludlow. Well, what a year it's been. We are back with the majority of our ships, all decorated and poised to embark on their festive cruises. This time last year I talked about hope for the future. The definition of hope is a desire for something to happen. We certainly hoped that we would return to service and be able to give you the holidays you'd been looking forward to. In the spring we announced that we would be sailing a series of UK coastal cruises on Britannia and Iona. In May, with so many of you watching from home, the bottle of Britpop cascaded its bubbles on Iona and it seemed to epitomise the hope of new beginnings. We then all began to tiptoe into the world again. In the summer months, as many thousands of you joined us on board, we saw the true beauty of the British coastline and the glory of Scotland as Iona visited her namesake island. In September, we cautiously began cruising to international ports of call, despite having to navigate their entry requirements for different cities and countries. No mean feat, and only possible due to the diligence of our teams on ship and on shore. I know that along the way there have been disappointments and cancellations. Whilst these were inevitable, it does not diminish how sorry we were. Through it all, you and our extraordinary crew members have stuck with us, supported us and kept hoping for better times. For that, we will be forever grateful. Now we hope for a new year, new adventures and new moments of togetherness and joy. Aurora and Arcadia will return to service in the spring. They have been waiting patiently and will be spruced up and ready for their new itineraries. Iona will finally sail to the Norwegian fjords, and as I speak, we are beginning preparations for Arvia. She will be next year's Christmas present, joining the fleet in December 22. Wherever you are, whatever your plans, at home, at sea, I wish you and your loved ones a very happy and peaceful. Hello, I'm Paul Ludlow. Almost exactly 2 years ago, our world changed. Now, 2 years on, in a week's time, our full P&O Cruises fleet will have returned to service. As a corporation, across our brands, we ended 2021 with 50 ships sailing and we returned over 65,000 crew members to our ships. We also took over 1 million guests on cruises, certainly something to celebrate. I couldn't be more proud of our crew on board our ships and our incredible teams ashore, who have worked so tirelessly with dedication, commitment and energy as we've navigated the twists and turns of the past 2 years. And of course, a huge thank you to our travel agent partners for their continued support throughout this period. I stand here today only because of the efforts of each and every one of these people have made in returning all of our ships to service. Now the newspapers are full of inspiring travel ideas. Lots of television ads are for holiday companies, and whilst we have taken many thousands of you away on holiday, both abroad and here in the UK, and developed a new appreciation for our own coastline, many more of you have cruise holidays booked for this summer and beyond. This is all testament to many things, not at least your loyalty, patience, understanding and determination to travel once more and to stay with us. And for that, I cannot thank you enough. The past few weeks have seen much positive news from various countries and governments regarding entry requirements. We keep a close eye on these and our policies and protocols for travel are under constant review in line with destination requirements, and we hope to see these gradually lift. Our aim is, always, to protect your health and well-being and maintain the highest standards on board so you can simply relax and enjoy your holiday. I am delighted all of our crew have fully vaccinated, and whilst elements of our protocols will gradually lift, our vaccine policy will still be in place and you are required to be fully vaccinated. Our website always has the latest requirements for travel, so please do keep an eye on it as you plan and before your departure. Britannia and Azura have had a very successful season in the warm waters of the Caribbean. So many of you have rediscovered the joy of this wonderful region. I was there just before Christmas to visit Britannia. I would encourage you all, if you haven't been before, to try a Caribbean cruise holiday. The different culture and vibe of each island is truly wonderful, and the restorative powers of winter sunshine cannot be underestimated. As we go into the summer months, Britannia will be sailing Mediterranean itineraries with all of our favourite ports of call, and Azura's fly cruises to the Greek islands and the Med are proving very popular. All of these itineraries have many new shore experience options, from thrilling activities that get your adrenaline going to more relaxing, cool beach clubs. Iona has been sailing in Northern Europe and the Canaries and, despite a few necessary itinerary changes, has received really positive feedback. I can see you appreciate the space and choice and the new restaurants, and Iona will really shine as she begins her maiden season in the spectacular, scenic Norwegian fjords. Ventura's longer itineraries this summer are also interspersed with a few short breaks. We've seen a real increase in popularity for these as a quick getaway and change of scene, and there's no better city than Amsterdam for an easy long weekend of shopping and great food, and all walkable along the canals. Aurora has had her refit and is looking very spruced up as she returns to service. Aurora and Arcadia really are so loved, and their captains and crew are so pleased to begin their awe-inspiring itineraries we have planned for this year. A scenic highlight for me would certainly be the Iceland and North Cape cruise. Those clear night skies are just incredible. And of course Arvia, whose keel laying ceremony was last month, and now the mega blocks will be joined together and the ship will take shape and soon be ready for outfitting. And that's where the fun starts, as we start to see the new dining and entertainment, planning the menus and tasting, and finalising those tiny details and design features. Personally, I can't wait to see our new plant-based restaurant and sushi bar, and of course the mission control escape room and altitude high ropes, which will be a surefire hit with families. There really is so much to look forward to as we move from spring into summer, and where holidays are concerned, anticipation is everything. I can't wait to see you on board. Hello, I'm Paul Ludlow, and I'm delighted to be here talking to you as we look to the start of the summer holidays with all the anticipation and excitement which that brings. Iona's first season in Norway has already received incredibly positive feedback. Seeing all of your spectacular images really demonstrates what an extraordinary country this is. The lush scenery, incredible vistas and activities, helicopter flights, kayaking and rib rides, all of which really get the adrenaline flowing. There is also tranquil yoga, fishing, the most scenic walks, and plenty of authentic foodie experiences too, all of which have proven very popular. Those of you sailing on Arcadia and Aurora this year also have a treat in store with the longer itineraries, which include the USA and Canada and Caribbean, all from Southampton. Azura's Sunshine Fly Cruises too really do include the jewels of the Med and the best of the Greek islands, and thankfully our charter flights have not been affected by cancellations. In fact, the ongoing disruptions to scheduled flights, the cost of spending euros abroad, and the general hassle of global air travel really does make a cruise a stress-free choice, and one which gives proven value for money. I have been on board all of the ships recently, and it brings me such joy to see many thousands of you relishing the opportunity to have the very best holiday with us. The feedback I've had is so appreciated, and we really do always listen to everything you have to say. I'm also delighted that whilst we continue to protect your health and well-being, we are seeing a gradual easing of restrictions and protocols on board, while still, of course, complying with the guidelines for every country we visit. Our food heroes have also been travelling, and I know that time spent with Marco Pierre White or with Ollie Smith is particularly memorable and fun. I strongly suggest taking the leap and trying Ollie's wine recommendations. The Essex-grown Newhall Bacchus from one of the oldest commercial vineyards in England is, as he says, a gentle scented zinger, and one of his very favourites. Arvia's build is progressing well, and we cannot wait until December to see her arrive in Southampton with new, exciting innovations, including the sushi and plant-based restaurant Green & Co, featuring Mizuhana. Mission Control is a new, unique, immersive experience, and we have a partnership with the Tidal Run, Altitude Skywalk and Mini Golf, as well as some very cool, still secret entertainment partnerships. Arvia will definitely be a landmark for P&O Cruises. And talking of firsts, our music director Gary Barlow will be on Iona's sailings, departing on October the 29th and November the 12th this autumn. Surely there can be no other opportunity to see this global superstar in such an intimate theatre setting. These certainly will be very special performances. We have seen some challenges though, and we, like every other hospitality and leisure business, have faced difficulties in staffing to pre-pandemic levels. Flight cancellations, lengthy admin, and the evolving guidelines have all been hurdles we've had to negotiate, but I know that we are doing everything we can to bring back the full complement of crew members to our ships. But as I'm sure you can appreciate, it's not a quick process. As a result, on occasions, we may have to change opening days and hours of restaurants and bars, but we will review this at the start of every cruise, and we always do everything we possibly can to make sure that everyone sailing with us has a wonderful time and enjoys everything there is on board. In fact, there will be new menus this summer across all the restaurants, new entertainment, especially for families, and new exciting shore experiences. There really is so much to look forward to. In the words of Mark Twain, years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than the ones you did do. So we should all grab every chance to make memories. Take care, and I wish you a very happy... I'm Paul Ludlow, and I am so delighted to be here on Arcadia today. Since the beginning of the year, we have given tens of thousands of you fantastic holidays, and in fact in August we saw a record number of bookings from people who had not been on a cruise before, which is such great news. Just as we are welcoming new guests on board, we have also welcomed new crew members too, and I've met many of them over the past few months as I have travelled on all of our ships. I've also met many of you to hear firsthand how much you have enjoyed being away with family and friends this summer. Many of you say that our holidays transport you away from the everyday and take you to incredible destinations where you can immerse yourself in the local vibe and culture. Whether for a short break, a 2-week sunshine holiday, or a longer globe-trotting world cruise, our principles will always be to give you the same value and experiences. We want to look after you, pamper you, and give you the very best possible holiday which you will remember fondly long after you come home. We really do want to give you extraordinary adventures. You may be a thrill seeker who wants to go kayaking, taking a helicopter ride in the fjords, or joining the cool kids in Mykonos on an Azura fly cruise. Maybe though, your idea of bliss is just half an hour with your book by the pool with absolutely nobody disturbing you, or sunrise yoga in Tenerife. And while I may sound like a glossy brochure or TV ad, these are photographic memories which, from talking to you all, make a P&O Cruises holiday special. It could be the smallest detail, preparing your perfect gin and tonic just the way you like it, or having first-run movies in the cinema on board. In fact, this summer, so many of you have said that you love the Ocean Studios cinema on Iona and have been so delighted to see how food heroes Marco Pierre White and Ollie Smith. Where else but on Britannia could you sit down to dinner with Marco himself, or on Ollie's personal recommendation, try a crisp white wine from Greece in his glasshouse? It's really very good. We also cannot wait for 2 very special Gary Barlow performances on Iona before the end of this year. These special pinch me moments are what holidays are all about. Above all though, and especially as we turn on the news to hear constant economic updates, we want you to feel like your holiday is giving you the best value for money. We all work hard. Every single pound counts, whether it's a pound we earn now or a pound we have saved up. And that is especially relevant over this winter period. If you choose to escape over the next few months, then I would urge you to look at 2 of my favourites. Firstly, our new ship Avia, the Sunshine ship. We cannot wait for Avia to join the fleet. The spring Caribbean itineraries include extended calls in both Barbados and Antigua, as well as Newport La Romana in the Dominican Republic. Avia's new shows Greatest Days and Wavelength, new entertainment and top deck activities will add up to a really different onboard experience with so much choice for everyone. And talking of sunshine, there's bags of it in the Canary Islands. This winter our fly cruises take you straight to Tenerife where, similar to the fjords, there is so much to discover. Stargazing at night at Mount Tidy National Park is extraordinary. Get wet and wild at Siam Park, take a jeep adventure or jet ski along the coast while thinking of everybody back at home. In September, I went to Ibiza to check out our new shore experiences for Britannia's 3 islands itineraries next summer, which will include late night calls to Mallorca and Ibiza, so you can fully enjoy all that they have to offer. Ibiza is certainly not all about clubbing and San Antonio, although that is certainly there if you fancy it. There are also very cool beach clubs, hidden spas, extraordinary restaurants, and a very peaceful and restorative vibe across the islands. It's a magical place. Mallorca and Palma in particular has some of the best bars. You must visit Abaco with its extravagant displays of flowers and fruit. It's incredible. Shopping in hidden coves in the Mediterranean, it really is a gem, and these summer 23 itineraries have been created to give you such contrasts in our ports of call. And finally, just a huge heartfelt thank you. You have been so patient as we have navigated our way through the challenges of COVID and global procurement and manning issues. We never take you for granted, and we are so grateful for all the feedback and reviews. Over the coming months, we will be announcing some very exciting news we cannot wait to share with you, and also look out for our brand new TV ad very shortly. Here's to new adventures and making memories. Take care. Hello, I'm Paul Ludlow. As we come to the end of the year, I wanted to give you some very exciting news. As you know, our newest ship, Avia, will begin sailing just before Christmas. Avia has been built and designed as a sunshine ship to sail in the warm waters of the Caribbean and the Mediterranean. At the beginning of January, she will set sail for the first season from her home port of Barbados, visiting many of the most beautiful and vibrant islands in the region. We therefore felt it was fitting for us to hold Avia's official naming ceremony under the warm sunshine and in the turquoise waters of Barbados. And so, on Thursday, March the 16th, we will have a spectacular beachside event which will showcase the very best in popular and contemporary entertainment with traditional Caribbean flair and joy, with several surprises along the way. It really will be the very best party. Those of you who will be on board Avia will of course be able to watch the ceremony as it happens, and we will also broadcast it live to those of you at home so you can be part of the celebrations. I really am so sorry for those of you who were booked to go on Avia's original first sailing, but I do hope that many of you are looking forward to being the first guests to step on board and see this magnificent ship in all of her glory in just a couple of weeks' time. I asked our food heroes and partners what they are most looking forward to about Avia.
I'm so excited for Avia to take me back to the Caribbean. I love an evening at Oistins in Barbados. The Congolese amazing, you're at a giant barbecue by the beach, the atmosphere is second to none. And across the whole Caribbean, I love sampling the differences between the rum punches. What I really love looking for is that secret hint of spice.
I absolutely adore the Caribbean, and I cannot wait to get back there, basking in the sunshine, relaxing on the beach, eating the most glorious fresh produce, and then jumping into crystal azure waters.
The launch of Avia is going to be very exciting. Every time there's a launch of a ship, it's exciting. To be part of it is always a privilege. Our home in the winter will be in the Caribbean, island hopping, which for me is very exciting. Every morning you wake, there's somewhere new. You have all these magical and wonderful places. You never get bored, and that's the beauty of cruising.
Amigos, I know Avia is arriving. I'm so excited for everyone going to the Caribbean and explore the food, because I know it's going to be absolutely amazing.
Avia's arrival and naming, though, will just be the start. As we go into 2023, there will be so much to look forward to. New contemporary entertainment, new themed cruises. Our holidays have never looked better or more appealing or been better value for money. We all want our holiday pound to go as far as possible whilst providing the most wonderful experiences. When you compare a P&O Cruises holiday to a similar city break or summer holiday, it just provides unrivaled value for money. For instance, as many of our holidays start from Southampton, it avoids expensive travel and airport parking costs. And then there really is so much included in the cost of your holiday, from incredible children's clubs to spectacular shows, full board accommodation, afternoon tea, and even special dishes and menus curated by Marco Pierre White. And of course, don't forget that you'll see so many different places in one holiday. It all means that you can still enjoy all of the additional extras and treats that make a holiday memorable without having to worry about the cost mounting up. There really has never been a better time to book and to get a holiday planned and in the diary. The anticipation and build-up is just as exciting. On behalf of us all at P&O Cruises, we are so very grateful for your continued loyalty and support, and I hope that wherever you will be in March, you can join with us as we name Avia. However, before that, I hope you have a very happy Christmas and that you're able to have a well-deserved break or some time off to be with family and friends. Take care.